What was your objection to it, Shola? When he said London is no longer English, people are reading into that he meant it's not white enough.
The bottom line is this. Referring to UK cities or London as non-English is the key point here. Britishness is not determined by the colour of our skin.
What's up, YouTube? Hope you guys are feeling good. Today, guys, we're back here with a new video. Today, we're going to check out Comedian Destroyed 3 SJW with facts and logic. This is going to be amazing. This is by Konstantin. I'll love to check a video out. You guys know how to do it. Let's get right to this video.
But actually, it's not about racism, it's about culturalism. And he said that it's not as polite as it was, humorous, it's not as friendly as it was, those sorts of things.
That
is what
is
he was
such
saying.
nonsense. This is a man who left the UK because it's full of foreigners and moved to a foreign country to become an immigrant. Please, let's not take him seriously.
What's your view?
Well, that particular point is a bit difficult to defend, I agree. But I think in terms of the racism issue, I don't see how this has anything to do with race. Look at the England football teams full of black players. No one would question their Englishness, right? They're English. It's not about race. What he's talking about, I think, is that, look at London. 42% of people who live in London are, like me, foreign-born, right? So there's a very significant immigrant population in London. Obviously, if you have half of a city, essentially, that are people who are first-generation immigrants, that is going to make it less of the local culture. It's just a fact of life, isn't it?
No, the fact of that is, and you're absolutely right, but the fact of that is...
It's just a fact of life, isn't it?
No, the fact of that is, and you're absolutely right, but the city has changed. That's fine, it's changed. But to say it's become less English is ridiculous. Either it's a stupid comment,
so let me give you an
racist
example.
comment.
Well, no, it's not. Well,
It's not
first of all, it's nothing to do
racist.
with race. But look at this. Look at it like this: if 50% of the people who lived in London were Scottish, would we be okay to say that it's less English than it was when it was 10%?
We would say it
Would
is
that be
British.
okay? Well, no, but answer the question: would it be okay or not?
Would it be okay? I'm trying to get my head around that.
If 50% of the people who lived in London were Scottish,
Yes.
would it be okay to say that London has become less English?
Well, if they were Scottish, yeah.
Right. So what's the difference?
But
There's no difference. He's talking about.
Do you not consider yourself as English?
No.
Why is that?
Because I'm British. I'm a British.
So when you go to
person.
Scotland, if you go to Scotland, so where have you come from? What do you say?
Well, I'd say I live in London. I'm originally from Russia.
But why can't you say I'm from England?
Because I'm not from England.
But
I wasn't
you are.
born. No, I'm not. I wasn't born here. I didn't grow up here. I came here when I was
When you're in
13.
Scotland and you're on the road and there's an arrow pointed towards England, do you not go that direction? Because that's where you're from. England. Why
I'm not
can't
from
you
England. I wasn't born here. I didn't grow up
But you just said
here.
are you from London?
No.
But
English.
Let me say exactly what he said.
Yeah.
His second tweet, so he made this first one and then lots and lots and lots of people went against him. And then he said, I suspect I should apologise for my affection for the Englishness of my upbringing, but in some ways, I found it calmer, more polite, more humorous, less tabloid and less money-oriented than the one that is replacing it.
Right.
Now, the thing is, if you... I'm not a Londoner, I'm from the
Northwest.
Northwest.
I can argue that.
But people will say, you know, all the money that has driven up prices in London, that means people can't live in London anymore, even if they want to. It's because there's Russian money here, there's Arab money here, it's the foreign investment in London.
On behalf of all Russians, I'm deeply offended by this. Deeply offended.
No, but what I'm saying is...
He's targeting the immigrants. Even with his explanation, he's targeting people. He's saying that you are not English. All of us have been here way longer
He doesn't say
before
anything
jumping.
about specific people.
Of course, he's talking about
He's
English
talking
people.
about
But you
the
could
city
make those
becoming
He's
less
talking about
English.
people.
But you
He's
could
not talking
make-
about values. He's not talking about culture. He's talking about people. And that means it's got racist connotations.
He didn't say anything
it's
about people.
bigoted. Of course he did.
He
It's
said
not
that the city
English.
has become
and
less
please, the other
English. That's what he
description,
said.
I just think-
it's
okay.
not as polite. I'm sorry, so immigrants are not polite? What the heck?
Look,
okay.
What's the meaning of that?
I think you could probably say it's about lots of cosmopolitan cities in Britain and across the world. That's the only thing. I don't know why.
So you're making my point for me, is we have lots of immigrants. So he's not racist, just a very naughty boy.
So in London, there are over 42% of people who are immigrants coming in. So that is actually making London less English. You understand? Because a lot of immigrants are coming. Like, for like years ago, even Indians, Russia, different countries, and people from Africa, so a lot of immigrants are flowing in London. So there are very, 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 very many. So you understand? It's not everyone who is fully English. You get it? So it's kind of like getting more less English because different cultures and background are coming in. You understand? Aside them having a constitution and a rule that guide London, that does not mean the massive immigrants who are already in London are English. You understand? People obey to the rules and regulations in England. That is a separate thing. So I love what Konstantin is saying. There are a lot of immigrants coming to London, and a lot of them are not English. So you can't actually say they are English. You understand? There are a lot of footballers who are black, which is now normal. You can't just say everyone there is English. They are all from different countries. You understand? They are all from different. A lot of countries who came into London to base and live. They're all immigrants. So you can't try to just freeze all of them as English. If I'm to leave London and go to Scotland, they say, where are you from? I say, I'm actually from London. Well, where are you actually from? I'll tell them, I'm from US. But if someone based in, you understand, based in London, that doesn't mean the person's like English, you understand? I actually respected Konstantin's viewpoints in this. I actually respected that because it have nothing to do with race. You understand? It literally have nothing to do with race if you actually like pure English. And the guy himself who made that statement, that racist tweet, it was actually the black woman actually answered him purely way because he left London to go to another foreign land. And the reason why the reason why you left London was because you felt like London is less English. Poof, it makes no sense. The country that you are in, that you actually grew up and lived, you left there because you felt like it's less English. So another, you're right now, you're not immigrants to another land, which is actually less English. So no one can take you serious. It actually makes no sense. And in the aspect of you saying something is less English, like, you don't expect it to be the same. As long as immigrants are coming into the country, you don't expect the country to still be the same. You understand? Different cultures and backgrounds are flowing in London. So everything is totally different. Everything is getting much different. 42% of immigrants coming in, it will surely waver or change the system in the aspect of like their language, in the aspect of like speaking pure English. And they're also speaking English, but at the same time, English also have levels. That's how I'm going to say it like that. But at the same time, it's not be purely English anymore again because there are a lot of immigrants who are moving in. You understand? So you don't expect to be like purely English anymore. Though we all know that London is English. It's a British land. You understand? So it should surely be different. I love how Konstantin answered that reporter because the reporter was actually kind of like smart in a certain way. That everyone is just English because you grew up in London doesn't mean you are fully English. Because a lot of people came from different countries, and the reporters were actually shocked. I don't know why they were shocked. It's a pure and obvious thing. So comment down below, think about this video, give us a thumbs up, share this video to as many as you can, subscribe to the channel, guys. You know how it is. We'll see you guys in the next video. I'm happy that London is less racist because earlier before it was the racism in London was a bit high, but right now it's less racist. Subscribe to the channel, guys. We'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure you stay safe.